What's good, YouTube? Christmas Team Innovation here, bringing you guys another episode of, well, not another episode, but the first episode of Team Q&A. So, without further ado, let's begin. Leo Mick asks, what do I think of Boojin Shadows as a deck, pretty much? And Boojin Shadows, to me, honestly, it's like running two different strategies in the same deck. Boojin strategy is to sit on one monster. Shadow strategy is to open up combos. If you were to build a deck, honestly, you would have to build it around Boojin because honestly, Boojin is an engine that revolves around one monster. So you have to build the deck around your motto, setting up with your Shadow Fusion, sending everything to graveyard, have a Shadow monsters as support for your motto, which in my opinion makes no sense. So my opinion of the deck, it is not that great of a combination. While it does have synergy with Shadow Fusion and Yamato, how really good is that versus just running a pure variant of both of those decks? So honestly, I think instead of doing that, a pure variant will be just fine. Team APS asks, which part of YouTube do you like more, Yu-Gi-Oh or YouTube? And I like both. YouTube has been something I've always wanted to do since I was in high school. Like ever since I discovered that you can make videos, put them online, and have people watch them and give you props and credit for it, it's pretty cool. I've always liked the idea of creating my own art, if that makes sense. So I guess you could all say that I've always wanted to make videos. Originally, when I was a kid, I wanted to make YouTube videos with like toys, with like Gundams and Zoids and Dragon Ball Z figures, make my own like little episodes and sagas. But as you get older, you fade out of that stuff, and I got more into card games. So it's just natural that I finally got on YouTube and made a card game channel based off of that. So YouTube is something I've always been wanting to do for a while, and Yu-Gi-Oh is just Yu-Gi-Oh. I love Yu-Gi-Oh. It's my favorite hobby. It's my favorite passion. One of my favorite passions. So that is what it is. Tyler Shana asks, do you think with the recent level 10 Dragon Synchros, most notably Belizis and Draco Cities, sorry for butchering the name, guys. A little tipsy right now. I came from a bar, so bear with me. The arrival of Ultimate Zolkin, which can OTK already. Possibly, do you think Hyrax will do anything next to formats? I remember reading one of these dragons. I don't know what the other two dragons' effects are, but I will say this. Hieretics is a deck that can OTK really fast. So with that being said, if both of these dragons, well, I know Beazless was kind of like Beazles, but a little bit better. And I remember one dragon did something on Zodiac. I didn't really read them that well. I know they were all really broken, but they were all synchro based decks. So honestly, I can honestly say just test it out. Best thing I always tell people when they want to build decks and think if it's good, just test it out and see how it works for you. Honestly, Hyrax can probably do anything in any format. It's an OTK deck. Like, you get rid of back row, span a field, and push for damage per game. Really that simple. So, I've always been, like I said, I've always been an advocate of testing stuff out for yourself and see if it works for you. Honestly, I think you can. Like, Hyrax can already OTK, and with these new synchros, I remember them being really good. You can do some pretty heavy damage. Really, Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster asks, with the new ban list, how do you think Mermaids are going to be, and are you going to ARG Orlando? Well, Yu-Gi-Oh! Really Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster, I would not be going to ARG Orlando. One of the main reasons would be because I do not have a Yu-Gi-Oh! Group to travel with. Most of my friends that I used to travel with either A, quit the game, B, went MIA, or C, just doing whatever. They float in and out of Yu-Gi-Oh! from the time being. And as far as the new ban list, how do I think my Mermaids are going to be? I think Mermaids are going to be pretty solid tier 2. Gundy spams the field, and they can push them some pretty decent work. The only problem with Mermaids is there's a lot of decks that do the same thing that Mermaids do, but better. Like Shadows can span the field real fast, and when it can slow Mermaids down, you have Burning Abyss that floats. You have Cleaves that just skill drain that deck. So while Mermaid has potential, I can honestly say it's been power creep to the point where it's like it can fight, but on a tier 2 level, or maybe tier 1.5 level. But as always, time will tell. And last question of the day. Ninjanos the fourth asks, if you could play any of the top tier decks, which one would you choose? If I was a top tier player, I'm more of a fast pace. I like to play decks that can push a lot of damage on board. So if I did play tier one, it'd probably be Burning Abyss. And the main reason is because it has pretty much an out to everything. Fire Lake is a card, Dante can put in work, Wing Blast can control. I like decks that have outs for every situation that can put damage on board really, really fast. So that was the Q&A. I got, let's see, one, two, three, four, five people, no, six people. So I think that was pretty good for my first Q&A. It kind of came out of nowhere. And I'm really happy that I got to do this. It was really fun. So, as always, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, share support. If you guys have any more Q&A questions, post them in the comment section down below, and I will get to them next week for my next weekend Q&A, because I want to do these things every week to give you guys some videos to watch of me on the weekend, that and to give you guys to answer some questions that may have not been answered. Because honestly, like, I don't like typing everything in the comment section down below. I don't like responding right away. So if you guys have something you really want to ask me that you know is going to take a long explanation, just post it down here, and you'll get an answer to you directly. It's from me. So, or you guys can also just send me a video message. I'll put it on my channel, and or crop you guys' face out. It's up to you. Send me a video message, or you can just send me a regular message, and I'll answer the best way as possible. So once again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you gave it a big thumbs up, share support, comment in the comments below your questions for next week. This was Chris from Team Innovation, and I am signing out. Hope to see you guys in the next team video. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Have a good day, guys. Deuces.